holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. For Williams, there are the numbers from a week ago. 10 catches, 104 yards.
Third in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Falcons at 11-3 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Tua now on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up the first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
It's Williams on the catch. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 36. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
On play action, here's Tua. He's airing it out for Williams. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Tua. He's got this complete to Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Looking to pass. Tua. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Ferguson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on.
And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
From the 27, Carr. That's into the hands of Reynolds. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat that man.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And finding the tight end Hooper.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
That's pulled in at the 32.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Tua going to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He's going to have the first down and then some.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll convert on 3rd down. That sets up the 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Cook is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, Most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Pulled in at the 24. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. They just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Open man right side is Sharp. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
752.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jamison Williams from 3 yards out. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. And now out come the Jags. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. James Cook running back out now. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. So we are at halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously, a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season. But that first-round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2. You get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Come on, set.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. With that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Able to slither by. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
Ready.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down at 4. Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Airing one out for Boyd. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, set. Black shot.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Red, cycle, field, black. Red, yellow.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Long red.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's airing it out for Williams. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Ready.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Tua now on 1st down. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. Touchdown, Falcons. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point splits the upper. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Jaguars getting set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Carr now on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Carr. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right?
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll run with Gasket. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Throwing, Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On third down, Sweeney. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight-line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Now Carr.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Dalton. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
2nd down, Gaskin.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Dalton. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Micah Parsons
dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Gaskin.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
for the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you force turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And Brad,